What are some of the biggest skincare mistakes you've seen people make? Does that mean there's quite a few?
Well, yeah. There so is. But let's just like break it down in snippets. Do you know my bugbear is patients not knowing
Yep.
what it does?
Yep. I know. That was me once though.
I think it's really important if you know
Yeah.
what it does,
Yeah.
you'll remember to you feel the passion behind why you got to use it.
Yeah.
So know what products you're using, know the strength of them. Know that your skin changes throughout the year.
Yeah.
So it's okay to change the pattern of the products. And when a company state that it is a certain percent, but you brought it off the counter for £1,
Yeah.
you're not going to see a change in 4 weeks.
Yeah.
Okay. A good brand, something should change for the outcome. Okay. In a very short period of time.
Really?
So they're kind of some of my important ones. And can we please move away from the cleanse, tone and moisturizing shit? Now, sorry, I'm going to backtrack slightly. Of course they are important in a routine. And for some, maybe older generations, that I'm never going to maneuver that. And I'm not saying don't cleanse, but what I'm trying to say is in those 3 products, you would very rarely get an active ingredient. And it's the active ingredient that gives us the change in results.
What does an active ingredient do? Because to me, I do know now I've met you and you've explained it to me, but for somebody else, what's the difference between an active ingredient and a non-active ingredient?
So an active ingredient has got ingredients in there that will give you results and changes to the skin.
Does something, gets in there.
Absolutely. So I don't know, a glycolic. It's great for bacteria, acne patients. But then I'm going to flip it. It's great for anti-aging. Whereas a brand over the shop that's a couple of quid is just going to wash the dirt off your skin, and that is all.
It's just a soap, basically.
Exactly. And at times there's nothing wrong with that.
No.
But there are times that we all need an active to do the job. So that's the difference.
Okay.
And a blend of them both, voila.
Right, so I'm on TikTok a lot, and on TikToks there are lots of trends, and there is a lot of skincare trends. I'm not just talking about products, I'm talking about things you do to your face and brushes you use. Why is it so important that not everybody jumps on the same trend?
Really? Like, really? That under eye cream that straight away goes from lines to none?
Yeah.
Bullshit. I mean, come on, guys. It's false advertising. And people, you see big influencers.
Yeah.
You get it, you use it, and then everyone jumps on the hike. But actually, you don't see results. If you're okay with spending all that money and your skin will feel nice.
Yeah.
I'm not disputing it won't feel nice. But has the ingredient done anything in the long term?
Yeah.
I want to know, if my patients aren't seeing a change in their skin within a certain period of time, I picked the wrong product.
Yeah.
And so you're generally wasting money.
Yeah.
A lot of people come to me and they have loads of products, and then they say, oh, but yours is too expensive.
Yeah.
But actually, if you count up everything that you've spent
Yeah.
on TikTok,
And how many times you have to buy it over and over again.
exactly, or they get you on a direct debit scheme
Yeah.
and all of those things.
Yeah.
False advertising, be very, very careful, because it's just a trend and a phase, and probably the wrong way to go. And actually, you would also worry about the contents of that ingredient.
Yeah.
Could it actually cause harm?
Yeah, exactly. Because you're just trusting this video online, and nobody actually ever is going to go read the ingredients, speak to somebody about it, tell me what's in it. You're just buying it because somebody online told you to buy it. We've got no idea where it's come from, who makes it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. And the big active ingredients are prescription only.
Yeah.
So why are they on TikTok? Like, really?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. So going back to when you said cleanse, tone, moisturize.
Mm-hmm.
What do you mean by that?
Yeah, sorry guys. I mean, it's fine if you cleanse, tone and moisturize. And it's just that I think we're moving away from that slightly. Those products can still absolutely stay in your profile and your daily regime. But we're wanting results, right? We're wanting to age gracefully, and we're wanting to look more youthful. Those 3 products alone won't do that. They just don't have the ingredients to facilitate that. So you've got to now be thinking, well, what ingredients out there help with that? So then you need to go to someone that can teach you about, why would I give you a vitamin C, which I've now mentioned quite a few times, and you can tell that I love it. If I was on an island with one, no, I can't do that. Well, it'd have to be sun cream, wouldn't it? But if I could have 2, it would be vitamin C and a sun cream. It's about being educated that cleanse, tone and moisturize is what we learned years and years ago from our ancestors, but actually
there's more
out there. The ingredients and the skincare industry have learned that actually there's this cream that actually can exfoliate, you know? And so there's so much more out there that you can bring into that cleanse, tone and moisturize that then will also give you results.
Before I met you, just very basic, sort of used whatever I found in Boots or, was given. And I did go through a phase of having a little bit of hormonal acne once, but before then I've never been someone who's had problematic skin or anything like that. Started using your products and was like, oh my God, like how my skin has completely changed in the most incredible way because I've started adding these active ingredients, these decent, proper products from you. And before I met you, was like, yeah, my skin's all right. And now I'm like, whoa. And all I get is skincare, drop your skincare regime, drop your skin constantly. It's all I get on my videos.
No, it's
true. You do, if these products and the vitamin C's and the active ingredients that you talk about and that you're really passionate about and that you say work, they do work, and it does make a difference to your skin.
It absolutely does.
Yeah.
On that note though, I'm just going to say, because I do get people come into me and say, I'm on a vitamin C, I'm on a retinol, but it was bought over the counter for a couple of pounds. So that's when I educate you about, okay, but vitamin C, is it a pure allobsorbic acid vitamin C, or is it just little bit of a drop of vitamin C? Is it, what percentage is that retinol? Because it's all about that take of it as well, and that's the magic of what a lab can do, and that's why these products are more expensive, because they're expensive ingredients to make. One of my products, when I went to the lab, I did not believe, because of one of the ingredients, it is something like £5 million for something like 2 grams.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously they don't buy that to put in these ingredients. We use a drop. Yeah. But it is really expensive to get an active ingredient, and the science behind it. Let's respect some of that. Respect your skin and understand that it's worth spending that money on your skin.
Yeah. So how do people know where to start when buying skincare for themselves?
Yeah, no, it's a really hard question, isn't it? And in the dream world, I'd love them to just go and see a practitioner. I don't class myself. I am not a dermatologist, okay? And I don't class myself as a skin expert. I don't class myself as an expert in anything. But obviously I've been doing this long enough and learning the science and my products in particular. But I think people get scared to come and see me because of the price of the products. But I work with you, If you can only afford one thing, I'm going to pick the best one that's going to give you a change. Yeah. And then you can mix that in with the other products. Okay. Some of my colleagues in my world might be like, you are right. Products from one brand generally work better, altogether. But that isn't financially able for everybody. So go and see a practitioner, and I would like to think how I would operate is that if money was tight, I'd pick the best one according to what you're telling me your needs are or what I can see. And then slowly but surely your journey started. And then we can add to that really, really slowly.
Yeah.
Be careful to buy it online and just like flood it all in. Because the problem is when you use active ingredients, generally you might come across a few problems. Don't be frightened of that. The work is happening. It's exciting, but that can scare people off and they can stop. But if you've got advice and a support behind you, then we can just keep guiding you through, reassure you, slow things down, adapt things accordingly. So it ends up actually, I think, being cheaper in the long run.
Yeah, I do.
For sure.
And also, I just start asking it for my birthday and for Christmas presents from people.
I mean, Christmas, Valentine's, Mother's Day, Father's Day, birthdays. There's so many excuses and ways around it. So, for sure.
And I think once you start seeing the results, like I did and have, you prioritize your skin a little bit more because and when you start feeling so confident with no makeup on, you wake up in the morning and you're looking in the mirror and you're seeing this difference in your skin, I'm telling you now, there will be things that you will make sure that you will be getting your skincare and you will be making sure you can buy that product again. I know that's not everybody can do that, but when you know a product works, you'll make sure you can get your hand on that product.
Absolutely. I totally agree.
Yeah. Talking of Father's Day, which you just briefly mentioned, I hear you may do some skincare for men. Is that right? If so, tell me more.
This is hysterical, right? I'm going to let you into a secret. I do have a men's range. Yes, I do. But guess what, Sutherly? All that's different is that they have black labels on those bottles.
Really?
What's in the white bottles is exactly the same as in the men's wear. But I think people think that men need something different.
Yeah.
But they don't. We all uniquely need something different. But I think when men seem to think that, oh, that's for my wife, then that's not mine, I can't use it. The minute I changed it to black bottles, even my husband started using it and my son. I'm like, these have been here for months and now it's got a black label on it. They're like, and it's got a men's range. They're straight in there. So it has worked. I didn't do it to con people, but I just did it as an experiment and it really proved a point.
So men don't have different skin to
women?
No,
they do. Well, no, so if they've got acne skin, they've got acne skin. They're going to need the same treatment plan as you. If you've got pigmentation, you're going to need the same treatment plan as a lady. Does that make sense? So, but it definitely showed me that they obviously like their own label. Is that quite normal? It is. That's the way they rock and roll, isn't it?
Yeah.
They're quite funny men. You know, it's got to be like that.
They don't want to be using a girl's cream.
No, they're going to use the men's cream. But it's the same.
I love it.
Thanks for listening to the podcast. A little touch on SH Skin. We'll be talking about it more because you might know that I love it. I'm very biased as well. But thanks for your time.